Well, hello everyone. It's Angela with Mystic Moon, bringing you guys your Lost Love Frozen in Time reading. Today's theme is You're My Secret Obsession. So this is going to be based upon a soul connection that you feel with another person energetically, even though you guys may have had a challenge, a falling out, a separation, or are in a no contact state. Please just take what resonates for you and get rid of anything that doesn't. This is going to be, some of this reading is going to be done here on this channel. So we're going to go into why you and this individual came together as in your soul contract, why you guys met in the first place, how you impacted their lives, as well as what you guys kind of both went through in the separation process. And then we're going to go deeper into the messages over on the extended version. So I will put that link down below where you guys can access that video, as well as all the decks that I'll be using here today, and today's Orgonites, which are called the Twin Flame, Divine Masculine, and Divine Feminine Nudes, created by Michele from Bell's Wing and Bell. So anyways, you guys, let's go ahead and get started. We're going to take a look and see what is the once upon a time energy. What initially drew you and your person together, as in what was the soul contract? What was the reasoning for your connection and meeting in the first place? This particular deck is called the Lover's Oracle. Yeah, Lover's Oracle, I believe. All right, so it's heart-shaped, so it's a little difficult to navigate, but I still felt drawn to use them. I'll just spread them here. Okay. What initially drew you and this person together? What was the purpose of this meeting, of this connection? Oh, we have mystery. Interesting. Okay, so what I'm getting here is you guys are still trying to figure that out. Now, you guys could have a good indication as to, you know, who this person is, what they mean to you, what they've represented in your life, and vice versa. But it's still a freaking mystery that is going on. It still bewilders the both of you. So this mystery is still unfolding, you guys. You still do not have all of the answers, and it's probably why you're watching this reading today, is because there's still something you can't put your finger on. But guess what? That goes for your person as well. So I feel like there's an unsettled energy, unfinished business here between you two. We have look inside yourself. I really like this because what does this do? This provokes you to look inside of yourself. So in a way, whatever issue or falling out that you guys had, it really prompts you to go within, figuring out, why do I feel this way? Why did this person get under my skin? Why did they do this? Why do I feel this way? Because they did this or they said that or whatever, and vice versa. So you guys really give each other some food for thought. That's what you do. So you definitely trigger one another, and you trigger some sort of a response to look deeply within yourselves. All right, what else? Okay, so we have new beginnings. Okay, so this right here is about starting fresh and starting new. This is a spiritual awakening. So you two coming together, what it does is it also prompts a spiritual awakening. It prompts an opportunity to do something completely different and something completely new. So it's like when you guys first met, it could have felt like, wow, this is something I've never experienced before. This is something totally different than anyone I've ever been with. So it was really, really cool and shiny and new and interesting and intriguing at first. So that's what I'm getting. The beginning between the two of you, I feel, was really, really intense. Okay. And we have friendship. So maybe at first you guys were just friends. Maybe you guys took the slow and eventually, took things from friendship to romance. Okay. But to me, this is about two people that are just spending time together and really have a great time together. So it wasn't just about the physical. There were there's like another connection that you guys were building just beyond the physical. So we have soulmate. Soulmate and friendship. So this is telling me here that this is two people that come together. They're a part of the same soul family. Maybe in a previous lifetime, you guys were just friends. Maybe in this particular lifetime, you came together and you were more than friends. You wanted to shift things from this friendship state to more of a romantic state. I feel like for the majority of you, though, this was romantic in this lifetime. But I feel like you guys already had this established bond. So when you came together, it was just like this feeling of familiarity. Like, wow, I feel like I've known you my whole entire freaking life. Why do I just feel like I can tell you anything? I feel like there was a lot of confessions. There was a lot of deep conversations that you would have with a trusted friend. But I do feel that if somebody shared too much, They may have gotten uncomfortable feeling like, wow, I really shared a lot with you. You really know all of my skeletons. And that could have made somebody feel very afraid or very triggered. That's what I'm seeing with that. We have do what feels right. Okay. So there is this feeling that was triggered as in, you know what? I need to do what's right here. And if I can't do right by you, then I might have to pull away from you. Somebody may have said, I just feel like maybe we would be better friends. Somebody drew back here. Somebody was trying to figure something out. And I feel like they withdrew. They withdrew and either said, let's just be friends, or they were just like, I can't give you anything more than just a casual connection. That's what I'm seeing here. So that could have been where the switch was. That could have been where the start of the challenge was. Yeah. Okay. I'm thinking of you. It's almost like somebody really felt like what they were doing or what they were saying when maybe they ended things or they changed directions. They were actually really thinking with your best intentions at heart. Now, some of you guys might be going like, oh, really? That's not exactly what happened. It's not going to be for everybody. But I feel like deep down, this person actually felt like what they were doing at the time, either by pulling away from you or distancing themselves from you, if that's your story, that they were doing the right thing. And it wasn't because they didn't care about you. It was almost like they cared about you so much that they didn't want to hurt you. They didn't want to lie to you. So that element is here. And we have the answer is yes. Interesting. So whenever a card comes up like that, like the answer is yes, I mean, I just feel like it's Spirit's way of just kind of confirming. On a soul level, this person felt yes. I've met my person. I feel this connection. But on a head ego level, mental level, this person was not sure about this. They were not sure that this was real. It's almost like it might have felt at one point in time like it was too good to be true. What's the catch? It can't be this easy. It can't be this natural. This person may have had a lot of hangups. They may have also had a lot of people around them, because sometimes friendship can indicate other people. Friends around them, family members around them, that maybe did not want this individual to settle down. Maybe they didn't feel like you were the right person for them. So there could have been some sort of conflict here where people did not want to allow you to be with this individual because it would kind of change things on their end. So there could have been selfish people that didn't want to see this individual happy, or they just didn't feel like that's what happiness really was for this individual. And they could have gotten sucked into that. And that does happen sometimes, you know. Sometimes what your friends and your family think, the people around you think, is very important to you. And it's only with, you know, time and age and maturity that you realize that that's people that care about you. They want what's best for you. Yes. But if you really want something and you want to go after, they don't try to cut it down, you know? So let's go ahead and get some more layers here. Let's go into this deck right here. This is called the Gaia Oracle. What else was present? What else was present here? I'm getting here. There's an opportunity to say yes to the soul divine love connection, but I almost feel like this person passed on this. They passed on it. There was too much for them where it's like they needed to know more before they said yes to it. And I feel like they had a difficult time fully saying yes to this. On a soul level, they were saying yes, but on a head level, they were saying no. That's what I'm getting here. It's like they were leading with their heart in the beginning, and then they shifted gears to their headspace. And their headspace told them, I don't know, I'm not sure about this. I need some time. Yeah, okay, this is interesting. This is same creator of this deck, so we've got two cards that actually are very similar. I am thinking of you. Thinking of you. I'm just thinking of you. Okay? So there is this feeling that this person was trying to think of you in the situation, and they were trying to maybe spare your feelings. They did not want to hurt you, is what I'm seeing here, because of their flaws or their hang-ups or whatever. But I'm also getting there's a telepathic energy between the two of you, actually. And it doesn't surprise me because there is a soul level connection here. So that's why when you're thinking about this person, maybe you start seeing signs of them. Maybe you start hearing their name either on, songs, or somebody calls their name across the room and it's not that person, but it's just like, wow, or you're seeing their name everywhere. Well, guess what? This also happens on their end too, where when they're thinking of you, you're thinking of them, and vice versa. And so there is this constant like telepathy going on, or this like signs in the universe that your person is thinking of you because you're seeing their name everywhere, or you're being reminded of all the things that you used to do. So this is definitely a very deep soul level connection where you guys are connected telepathically. Let's see what else. Look at that. Messages, telepathic messages. That's it. So telepathically, you guys are communicating to one another. So even if you guys have stopped communicating in the 3D world, there is a lot of 5D communication. There could be messages that come to you through dreams. There could be messages that come to you through songs, messages that just come to you through downloads that you get, that this person is like actually saying certain things to you, or that they're thinking of you in that very moment. So there's still a connection that's happening here despite what's happening in the 3D world. The eternal dance. Yeah, you guys are still doing this eternal dance. This right here is about dancing with the energy, learning to dance with the energy. And sometimes we are met with energies we don't like. So this is about learning to dance with what's being presented to you, learning to dance with what you have right now. So if what you have is there's no communication, but you get a lot of these downloads, let's just say what you don't have is seeing this person in your physical reality, but what you do have is this soul tie, and you feel like this, love in your heart, and you feel like this light, this, very light and positive energy when you connect to your person. This is about learning to dance with that energy, and sometimes learning to dance, it takes practice. So you're not always going to nail the routine right from the get-go. So I feel like you guys are kind of doing this dance back and forth. You're trying to get into the right vibration. You're trying to get into the same vibration and same frequency with each other. So while this is playing out in the 3D world, you guys are actually connected already and having conversations and really plugging into each other through this other realm rather than the 3D realm. Wow. So to me, this is it's a divine love connection. It's a connection where you can't explain it, but it's just something you feel. It's something that's there. It's something that feels right. And you just trust it. You just feel it. Okay. So this is the Psychic Heart Tarot and Oracle cards. Let's see what else. What initially drew you guys together? You just believe it. There's just like this major epiphany and major clarity when you guys came together. Like, wow, something has happened. It's almost like a chakra was cracked open when you guys came together. And for me, it was the throat chakra. It's like, I just feel like expressing something to this person that I've never told anyone in my life. There's this familiarity and this comfortability that comes. There's like a confession. Someone confesses something to you. There's also like this belief, like, wow, you have a certain set of spiritual practices or beliefs. Wow, I really want that for myself. Can you teach me? Can you be a teacher to me? There's something here too. It changes the way that you think about life. It challenges your belief systems too. You guys coming together. And we have awaiting results. So there's this, like, something is taking time to grow here with that tree. It's not just immediately ready. This connection is not ready to completely flourish when you guys first meet each other. The Seven of Pentacles here, it takes time. Seven of Pentacles means that there's a lot of things where, we're kind of awaiting the results of certain things before we proceed forward. And those results could be the results of somebody's healing, the results of somebody's, traumas, or maybe achievements, something like that. It's almost like there's something that was in the way of this union from completely coming together when you guys first met. So it was dependent upon other things. Okay, so we do also have the Two of Swords. And remember, I was talking about how someone's heart was saying yes, but then their head was saying no. Here it is. Somebody in their headspace, see this to me, that's the third eye, and the third eye is blocked. Okay? That's the crown chakra. This right here is, I'm opening myself up to this experience, but this is, I'm refusing to see. I'm refusing to see what's right in front of me. And what's in front of me is somebody that I have this deep soul connection with. This is somebody that I feel on a soul level that I want to say yes to. But my mind and where my mental state is at that time tells me, no, this isn't good for me, or no, I can't do this. So somebody was refusing to look with their spiritual eyes. And unfortunately, they were just looking with their 3D eyes. And their 3D eyes were telling them, I can't do this. Most likely the masculine in this situation, this is the Emperor, okay? And I'm not saying ooh, the masculine had all the power in this situation. No, but it does say lead. The masculine leads this connection. And where did this masculine lead the connection? Led it to separation. That's what I'm seeing here, okay? So some of you guys could see this person as your masculine. And we also have Saturn's energy, which is karma. It's the world. We must embrace this. We must embrace that this masculine is not ready, or it wasn't ready. This masculine was not ready at this time to lead this connection, to lead it to success. And it's not to say ooh, the masculine's in charge. He's the one that does this. I'm just getting here at that time. He was not in a power position to be able to lead this connection to anything else but an ending. Unfortunately. Also, I see this as karma. Karma needed to be embraced. Lessons needed to be embraced. Cycles, closing out cycles needed to be embraced. And I just feel like a lot of that junk, a lot of those lessons, a lot of those karmic experiences still needed to be embraced. They still needed to be understood. The wisdom still needed to be what's the word I'm looking for? It just basically still needed to be understood through those situations. And you can't truly understand something unless you go through it. Somebody can't just tell you. You have to experience it for yourself. So what I'm getting here is that this particular masculine closed out this cycle with you and went into the world, basically, and went into new experiences and learned a shit ton of stuff is what I'm getting here. So on some level, maybe you just knew that the connection was just not, he wasn't ready for you is what I'm getting here. He was not ready for you. So now we're going to go into what thoughts and feelings were ignited within this person when they spent time with you. Okay. Let's see. What feelings were ignited for this particular masculine when he spent time with you? This is the Wisdom of the House of Night Oracle. We have self-worth. Interesting. So what was ignited within him is there was something that you provided for him, I feel, that made him feel really good. You made him feel like he could do something. You gave him some sort of a boost. You gave him some sort of light, is what I'm seeing. But on the opposite effect of this is that maybe perhaps he felt like he wasn't worthy of you. He wasn't going to be able to bring you what you were looking for, or he wasn't going to be able to make you happy long term because of where he was at that time. So that could have been the initial, oh, I feel so good. And then now that I'm in my headspace, I'm really thinking about it, and maybe I will just disappoint you. So, maybe I ought to start sabotaging this now. That's what I'm getting here. Confidence. Yeah, I feel like you, the person watching this video, which is probably a feminine, you may have brought a lot of value and confidence, and like you knew who you were. That's very attractive. It is, but it can become very triggering for someone that has not done the work. And I feel like this masculine had not done the work when you guys first came together. So you intrigued him. You intrigued him because you had all of these qualities. But if you don't have those qualities, you're looking at somebody, you can become triggered by those things in that person because you want that for yourself and you don't have that. So it makes you feel less than. It makes you feel small next to this person. And I just feel just you and the vibration of where you were at the time. This was all the things that your masculine felt when he was with you. So it worked at first, but then I feel like it worked. I don't want to say it worked against you because that's not your fault, but it's kind of like it became something dark. It became a trigger. It became something that was a damper, put a damper on the connection. Interesting. We have message. I feel like because we have these cards here that tell us that you guys are messaging each other back and forth telepathically, there's always been this kind of message between the two of you, this understanding. You are very intuitive feminine because we have that, I think that's an owl there or some kind of a bird, but a bird is like a messenger. There's also a lot of purple in that card that's very intuitive, like high priestess energy to me. This is you, divine feminine. I feel like you were very intuitive. And that can also be very scary to somebody because they know that they can't lie to you. They know that they have to be authentic. And sometimes that scares the shit out of people. And that's what I'm getting here for your masculine. This is what was triggered within him, is this, I need to be authentic. I need to be myself. If I'm not ready to be that person, then I need to get out because I don't want to lie to you. I don't want to hurt you. I'm still not done, doing certain things. I'm still not ready to maybe settle down or face things. So it's better for me to just exit the building than to do this because I can't do it. There's some kind of I need to grow up, but I'm not ready. This right here is called the Shadow Light Oracle. Ooh, ghost. I feel like there's haunting, ghost from the past. Okay. This is not being done with the past, having trauma still connected to the past. This masculine had some sort of ghost still from another situation, another timeline. And I feel like this was unresolved. So when he got together with you, feminine, I feel like maybe he was trying to heal himself and feel better, thinking that magically you would take all of the pain away, but it doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. Oh, interesting. We have consuming art. There could be something here where this masculine was consumed with his talent. If he was an artist, he could have been consumed with this talent, as in, this is what I need to do. I need to follow my passions. I need to follow my purpose and my mission. If I get involved with you, it's going to get in the way. I can't do this. I have to, take my career to the fullest. I have to be recognized. I have to, just take my career to the fullest is what I keep getting. And I feel like trying to build a connection with you could have felt like it would be disruptive to this masculine's path that he was on at the time. Holy Gate. Okay. So the Holy Gate to me, this is a portal. Could have gone into this portal here. The Holy Gate to me is kind of like you're entering the gates to divine love. This was offered from you, divine feminine. This masculine was not ready to go through the Holy Gate with you. It was there though. He knew it was there. He felt it. It's what attracted him to you and to this experience. You were ready to go through that gate, divine feminine, and he was not. Okay. Instead, he let the outer world, or who he was at the time, not feeling like he couldn't change, he couldn't compromise his own desires, his own achievements, whatever. He couldn't compromise that. So what he did is he turned his back on this connection. So there was a rejection. There was a embracing another world instead of the world with you. That's what I'm getting here. So you became a ghost, actually, of his past. Ghost haunt. You still haunt this divine masculine feminine. He still is haunted by the memory of you. He is still haunted by what could have been with you. There's still this haunting presence of you around him. All right, this is the Tarot de la Nuit. Oh, 2 want to come out. We have the 5 of Pentacles. 5 of Pentacles is a door that's been closed. Okay? Shut out. Left out in the cold. And we have 7 of Swords. Sneaking away. Ghosting. I just got that because sometimes the 7 of Swords can represent ghosting to me. We sneak away in the middle of the night. We don't say a word. We don't return your text. We just disappear. This could have happened. This could have happened. I mean, it really left someone feeling shut out and left in the cold. I'm abandoning you first before you can truly abandon me. So there could be a lot of issues with this masculine where it was I need to beat you to the punch because I don't feel worthy of you and I don't want to feel that pain. So I'm going to leave first. That could have happened too. Seven of Swords is also the card of a liar, a cheater, somebody who betrays you, somebody who hurts you. If that's relevant to your situation, just take it if it resonates. But if it's not, then that may not have been it. But this masculine could have run for the hills, or he could have started hiding things and lying to you. And it could have been because he was afraid to really embrace this connection. And then we have the Fool. So the Fool is somebody who just basically hits the reset button. They start fresh, they start new. I feel like that's what this masculine did. He pretty much experienced this beautiful, amazing connection with you at first. But then as things got, when the heart space started kind of drying up, I feel like the head space took over, the ego took over, and the masculine very much was in this fear-based energy and felt like he had to abandon this connection, and that's exactly what he did. So the Fool just means that I'm going to go ahead and go off in a new direction. I'm going to take a risk by closing out this chapter with you and starting a new life. But guess what, feminines? You are this. You're in another world now. 5D is where your connection is at. 3D, not so much. But now you're in another world and you're ghosts and that's where you're connecting. That's where you're conversing. That's where you guys are still energetically connected, is in that 5D realm. So the thoughts and feelings that were ignited when they spent time with you, it's almost like they knew that it was a mistake. They knew that they were going to miss you. They knew that they were going to regret it. And I feel like it's evident to them now that they do. All right, so now we're going to go into what happened. What ended up causing the separation between the two of you? I feel like it's pretty evident already, but let's go ahead and get some specifics. This right here is the Heal Yourself reading cards. Ooh, say what you mean. Somebody didn't. Somebody didn't. Somebody basically... Remember, we got the whole, I was just thinking of you, I didn't want to hurt you. But again, they ended up making the wrong decision. They thought they were doing the right thing, but it ended up being the wrong thing. That's what that means. Say what you mean. Why didn't you just tell me? Why weren't you just honest with me? You really hurt me because you weren't honest with me. So I feel like there could have either been a lack of a conversation, or somebody basically just said something but meant something else. And so it felt like deception. We now have victim consciousness. This is tough because it's like, how could you do this to me? How could you hurt me? I'm wounded. I am traumatized. And there's like this victim consciousness now that has either remained, or maybe you've already worked through this divine feminine. But definitely it's just like, I feel like I've been victimized. I feel like I've been left for dead, out in the cold, out in the dust. We have sadness. A lot of sadness, a lot of melancholy, a lot of tears here. So there could just be a real trauma that has been experienced with what went down with this particular masculine. But in some sort of a 5D way, you are connecting and communicating. And maybe on that level, on that soul-to-soul level, that there is love here. But in the 3D, it seems like there is no love here. It seems like there's no love here. So there's a lot of tears and depression and sadness. But remember, guys, this is past tense. This might not be you anymore. But I just feel like this masculine could have broken your heart. All right, this is the wisdom of the oracle. Yeah, to be fair, it wasn't fair. Wasn't fair at all. This to me is the justice card. The right thing was not done. So that's what I said earlier. The masculine thought he was doing the right thing, but it ended up being the wrong thing. Okay? So karma was actually created in your connection. Unfinished business now is here. And we have to the sea. This is somebody who basically just takes off to the sea. They're moving on to greener pastures. There's this feeling of abandonment, forgotten, forsaken. Yep, and then we have regeneration here. Somebody tried to move past this, but it was hard. I feel like this is you and also the masculine. You guys tried to forget one another, but you can't. You guys tried to move on from each other, but you can't. And it doesn't mean that you can't be happy or that you can't have peace without each other. It just means that you've tried to be done with this connection energetically, and it still keeps coming back. It's still like surviving. It's still there. You may not even want this anymore. It's just still here. I feel like that goes for both of you. But I feel like the regeneration is just like somebody who's trying to start over. They're trying to start fresh. They kind of feel like they need to keep hitting the reset button because they want everything to be perfect. And guess what? It's never going to be perfect. All right, this is the Guardians. Ooh, I don't know what this one's called. Oh, I'm sorry. This is the, what is this? Curious Cats Tarot. Oh my gosh, we got Justice twice. That's crazy. What is Justice? Well, I feel like there's a balancing of the scales that still needs to happen here. Okay. And there's also something about the truth. The truth will set you free. And I feel like because someone has not been truthful, because someone has, there's no communication, there's no closure, it's almost like we feel like we cannot be free of this person or this connection. So this goes for both of you guys. It really does. This goes for both of you. Neither one of you are really at peace because you guys never resolved this. So this is just an unfinished business situation. We have the Queen of Pentacles, and I really love this because the Queen of Pentacles is somebody who really builds themselves up. We've got the rabbit there. This is very Empress vibes to me. I feel like this is Divine Feminine's energy. This is someone who basically works on themselves. They work on their physical body. They work on their health. They work on their finances. They work on what they want to do in the world. They build a beautiful garden. They become independent. I feel like what this injustice, whatever happened here, has really inspired you, Divine Feminine, to be the best version of you. So if you think about it, it's kind of like you've decided to take this, you know, these lemons and make lemonade. You've learned to dance with this energy. Remember that came up earlier? You've learned to dance with the energy. So that's what you've learned to do. You've made it work for you. You've made all this pain matter. And we have the Three of Wands. So we have this like kind of, we're looking off into the distance. Will this person ever come back? Will they ever return? Is there any future for us? Is there any hope? I don't feel like you're waiting, Divine Feminine. I feel like you're just kind of like, I wonder, you know, maybe it's off in the distance. Maybe one day, right? Maybe one day, but I'm going to still keep doing my thing. I'm going to still keep thriving. I'm going to still keep surviving despite the, unfinished business or the up in the air kind of situation that this connection is now in, the state is now in, or the state of this connection is now in, if that makes sense. So what ended up causing the separation between the two of you, I just feel like also too with that Queen of Pentacles, somebody could have had a lot of need for, like, very greedy for fame, fortune, success, money, material things. There could have even been some sort of a real focus on, you know, the outside. My life needs to look a particular way. Queen of Pentacles is ruled by Capricorn. Capricorn is Saturn. We already saw Saturn energy here. So Saturn can sometimes be a lot of karmic lessons, a lot of heaviness, a lot of things where we need to learn certain lessons. And I just feel like perhaps your person had not cleared up a lot of karma. And so unfortunately, it's like, here's the Divine Feminine waiting on the shore for the Divine Masculine to clear the karma and waiting for his return. So that's why I feel like this is the state of your connection now. It's kind of just hanging around, frozen in time, hence the label of this reading. Okay. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go deeper into the messages. We're going to take a look and see what are this Divine Masculine secret thoughts and feelings towards you now. What fantasies are currently playing out in their head about you? What do they plan on confessing to you eventually? And what is their next move going to be towards you? So if you guys would like to join me over on the extended, that link will be down below. And thank you guys so much for choosing to watch this reading today. Take care. Bye-bye.